Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to bring this refrigerator back to life. So this particular refrigerator is bad, it doesn't work anymore and it has been packed somewhere for a very long time. So today we're going to be restoring it and bringing it back to its a working state. So I'm going to show you some of the things that could be the problem with this particular refrigerator and how to sort it out. When we're through, we're going to clean the fridge off so that it looks new. So one of the first things we want to check out is the component at the back of the fridge, and these are some of the things that helps the fridge to run. And this is the condenser. This helps to dissipate warm air, so the cooler air can go into the fridge and cool whatever you have in the fridge. And to be able to do that, you need a compressor to be able to pump the air. And then one of the parts you need to check is your electrical part, and just to make sure that everything there works fine, because those are some of the things that stop your compressor from working. So this is the compressor and it is not working for now, and I've checked every other part and it is not working. Another thing is to check your pipes, your copper pipes, to be sure that there is no leakage anywhere, because if there is leakage anywhere, there won't be gas in the compressor anymore, so your fridge won't cool. And another thing is the dryer. You want to check your dryer. This dryer helps to dry up the air and condense it to make it dry, so that you have cool air in the fridge. So when the air passes through this particular condenser and it moves over through this particular end, it releases the air into the dryer, and the dryer dries the air and remove all forms of moisture from the air, and then takes the air back into the fridge. So now this is our compressor that we're going to be changing with. We have different kinds of compressor: piston compressor, screw compressor, screw, pneumatic, centrifugal, rotary compressor. All different kinds. So you have to check with the kind of fridge or refrigerator you're using to know the kind of fridge compressor that is suitable for your kind of refrigerator or freezer that you're using. So I am going to be using this particular compressor to replace the old one that was there before. And all these pipes you see here, this is where the air goes in and out of into the fridge for your fridge to cool. So another thing we're going to be needing is a copper pipe. So you need a copper pipe. So this will help us to be able to extend the pipes on the compressor to whichever place we want it to. And then of course for your soldering you need a copper phosphorus electrode. This will help us solder the copper, and then we need a soldering flux. This makes your soldering neater. So these are some of the things that we are going to be needing for our soldering today. So I'm going to gently remove the old compressor now, so that I can fix in the new one. I'm going to remove the screws that is holding the compressor down to the fridge, and then I'm going to cut the pipe that is connecting the compressor to the condenser at the back. The condenser is the spiral pipe at the back of the fridge. Sometimes it can be at the bottom of the fridge, depending on the design of the refrigerator you're using or the freezer. In case you haven't done already, like and subscribe to the channel. We have great videos on how to fix all kinds of FX equipment and household equipment too. So you can see some of the capillary oil pouring out. This this is one of the things you need to watch out for when you are replacing your compressor. There needs to be enough oil inside your compressor. If not, the compressor will go bad. You can see how dark the oil is, and the oil is not even much. The oil is supposed to be more than this, but because the oil is not much, it is going to affect the compressor. It will not be able to work the way it ought to anymore. So I want to see if I can just drain out some of the oil into a jar. So I'm not the one actually doing this myself. So one of the people that work with me is going to do this while I try to record the procedures. So I'm going to remove the relay component on the fridge before soldering, so that it will melt the relay, because I'm going to be using a lot of heat on the compressor. So it is better for you to remove your relay component so that it doesn't melt the cables there or the relay itself. So I'm going to show you what the relay looks like. We have different kinds of relay, so in case your kind of relay is different, it's fine. We have different kinds of relay. So for this particular compressor that I'm using, I'm going to show you the kind of relay on this particular compressor. So this is what the relay on this particular compressor looks like, and this is what the component, you can see all the cables there. So basically what this does is that the electricity doesn't go direct into the compressor, so as not to damage the compressor in case there's fluctuation in the your source of electricity. So that is the reason for this particular relay. So I'm ready to solder the compressor to the components of the fridge. So I'm going to prep all my soldering equipment, from my soldering flux to get my electrode ready and every other components that I need. So this is a dryer, and then we're going to be replacing the old one with this one. So at this particular point, I am going to fill the gas. That is what I'm doing currently right now. So right now I am going to, if you notice, the condenser is getting hot, which is actually what we want. If the condenser is hot, that means we've done a good job. So the condenser is hot, that means it's taking in hot air from the component inside the freezer, and is dissipating it through these particular iron rods, through this coil, and then into this condenser coil. So by the time it gets to the other end, the air will have lost some heat, and then it will go through the dryer, and then the air will lose some moisture, and then the fridge becomes cool inside. So that is basically how the fridge works. So let's go inside and see. If you notice inside the freezer, it has started getting cooler inside, but not that cool because we just started. Over time, it's within 30 minutes, 15-20 minutes, it will have been cooler than this. So I've left the fridge for like 15 minutes. So let's see what happens. Kept some water inside. You can see it's cool inside. And if I leave it longer than this, it's going to freeze and this water and turn into ice block. So we've done a good job. So thank you. I'll see you some other time.